My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrims' pride, from every mountain side, let freedom ring.
Did everybody catch the visual learner as Kari fixed her pattern? She was out, she went up, down, right?
Yes.
Hardcore visual learner, aren't you? Alright, so good recovery though, right? Really quickly back into it. You can tell she feels the pulse. Okay, if you have the check sheet, if you have it, take a look at it, because I want to go down through here. So eye contact and confidence. Pretty good, okay? Confident, do you feel confident up there? Feel a little nervous?
I'm comfortable.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
nervous.
it doesn't seem nervous at all, okay? Facial expression we could work on extensively, and I think we're all... Well, I didn't mean that to come out that way. But we all can work on that right now. It's an early thing. Posture seems comfortable, right? Seems to be shoulder width apart. Doesn't seem to be any problems there. Right hand seems to be in time. I'd like to see her do some more left hand things, and let's work on some of those things right now. So I'm going to use you as the example to teach that. Let's go over how we do that hold and cut off together, because she didn't quite have it in time. Now, let's start all beginning in our seat right here. My country is of thee, and we're going to do the hold in the middle. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I, and then hold it through. My, right. So right three. Now we're going to show the hold with our left hand. Right here. Now, if you want that release on 3, which I think is a good spot for it, then hold right here, give 1, 2, begin a circular release on 3, and then a prep up and down. So that beat 3 really becomes a hybrid end of the bar, beginning the next bar, right? And if we were to talk about fermatas later in the semester when we do that, it's really just like that. It's a compound fermata showing 2 things. Beat 3 is showing hold, to it shows the release, and it also shows the prep into the next. Shows the release and the prep into the next. Go ahead and do that on your own a little bit. Practice the physical movement of hold, circle, release, down. Go ahead and do it on your own. Hold, 2, 3, down. Right, precisely, that's it. And if you watch on your video, when I actually finally get that YouTube link up to you guys, your first one was, it was 1, 2, 3. It was very confusing for me. It wasn't quite as clear as that.
I was thinking about how the rest was, either fourth note or it was just
Right.
extending like E and really.
Yeah. But that circular release and the hold really helps the group, because there's no question where it's going to happen, right? There's no question of sing right here and then you're prepping it up. Notice what else I've been adding to it as I'm teaching it to you. I'm adding of the I sing. Watch right in my, a nice head nod that preps, right? So the prep is being emphasized. It's why we want to also avoid too much of this as we conduct. Because then if I do it right here, right? So don't want to get into that because it takes away when it's actually time to do it. Okay, let's all do that together. Let's go. Of the I, hold, circle, head nod, down. Whew. Up balls in the air. Here we go. Of the I sing. Ready? And. Of the I sing. Right. Okay. You could even do a slight body lift. Go ahead and stand up in your spot. Of the I, hold to. It's just a slight raising of the shoulders. Maybe you don't want to do that to your group. A slight lifting. You could go on your toes, but I think that's a bit much for something like this. But a nice shoulder lift, a nice upper torso body lift can help to show the beginning of the next phrase. So as we're looking at showing overall form and structure, this is very helpful. Let's do it all together from the beginning. My country, 2, here we go. 1, ready?
My country, 'tis
you do all the way from the beginning to end one more time, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrims' pride, from every mountain side, where freedom reigns.
Not our best singing day, folks. She's giving us a mixed message on her excuse points, isn't she? Watch here. She's doing this. 1, 2. Every beat 3, the fingers close. For me, that says sound stops. Stops. Like you're cutting off every beat 3.
So maybe I can keep my palm outside more. And
Yeah.
just-
Yeah, and one of the things I remember working on Friday, I stepped up and you were conducting like
Yes.
this, right? And I went back here, and you brought them in, but you took them into blades. It was real formal. So if you can relax it, and I think everybody do this. This is good. Everybody take and conduct 3 with just your right hand, and go ahead and pet the beat with your fingers. That's too much, right? But you can see that there is a motion and fluidity that can be created if we can find halfway between freeze the fingers and do 3/4, freeze the fingers and wrist. Okay. Now go ahead and add some fluidity to the fingers and wrist. I mean, if you stop and think about it, everybody look and do this. Right? Up and down like a whip. Where the energy goes from elbow to tip of the fingers. There. 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 It was being a pulse. So you can get your wrist. Yeah, you all actually are doing it very well in this context. Now add that to the 3/4 pattern and do it extreme. I mean, go to the extreme, right? In 3/4 with the fingers and wrists too fluid, right? Too much. Okay? Now tame it. And make it not silly. Yeah, that's really nice. That's really good right there. That looks great in the fingers. Okay, Gabby, you're like me. You got a rogue pinky. Yeah, there you go. Keep that thing at bay. It's the pinky. Yeah, it doesn't now. Akari, the wrist is much more fluid. The fingers are fluid. Watch that the thumb doesn't get glued to the hand. Right, there we go. And try that. Yeah. Now it doesn't feel like she's cutting us off on every beat 3. So that's a right hand that's pretty fluid and easy to follow. Okay, it's something we can work on. Okay, thanks, Akari. Teresa.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrims' pride, from every mountain side, let freedom ring.
Good. Okay, Teresa. So some things that we would work with on Teresa. I would be looking at posture, and I'd really be looking at the elbows because they're too far in, right?
Okay.
And it was where was it most obvious? On her holds. Yeah, because she would conduct, hold. Settle down like this. You hold both hands, everybody do this, hold both hands out like you're holding the note. Get the elbows away from the body. That's really good, Guillermo, right there. It's very welcoming. Right, that's a nice hold. Now flip the right hand over like it's the timekeeper. The left hand is holding the note out. Now let's look at hand placement as well on this. Where is our hand at? Are the fingers up? Right? This was the thing we did the other day, right? I had you touch something and then nobody did that, right? So you want to show the top of the hand on the hole. Maybe we can drop it below the plane a little bit would be good. That's fine right there. And then look at your elbow if you can. Yeah, that's the one. That isn't that much more comfortable? That's a world of difference to look at that and see that. Okay?
It
Good.
doesn't feel that comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what you're gonna have to work on, right?
Yeah,
You
okay,
Get comfortable with what doesn't feel comfortable, because this is a comfortable position
right.
for various reasons throughout your life, whatever added to this being the spot.
Mhm.
So now you want to practice, okay? That, yeah, and you actually settle into less comfortable.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's try from the beginning with that position. Keep conducting. Which joint isn't moving right now as much? Wrist, and also not a lot of elbow. There. So her elbows freeze up pretty well. You ever watch Star Wars? C-3PO does those little break the bars out and then right. Oh, I just imagine that Owen Daniels or whatever his name was going. After a full day of takes. Right. So do with just your right arm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is it better? I have a hard time seeing.
Yeah, it's way better.
Okay, way better. Good. Yeah. Probably feels awkward, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's hard when you can't see yourself.
Yeah, yeah. The other thing is she has a tendency to be in. Did you notice the very first position was pointing in instead of right, pointing to this area of the group as opposed to right?
Okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah,
You'll see it on the video especially.
yeah, okay.
Those were the big things, I think. I think facial expression wise, I think we all can work on it. We're all going to need to work on it. It's hard to conduct the whole thing. Mouth closed, right? We'll open up and be a little bit more expressive in that sense. And we'll, as we work with more